Your towels come out of the wash smelling clean, but 20 minutes later, that smell is gone or worse, replaced by something stale. Your workout clothes still hold a faint trace of yesterday's gym session even after a full cycle. Your washing machine itself has started to develop a smell you can't quite explain. You've tried more detergent. You've tried premium detergent. You've tried pods, gels, boosters with bright packaging and bigger price tags. And yet, even with all these options, nothing fully solves it. Here's the truth. The thing that would actually fix all of that is a pale white powder that costs a few dollars, has been around for over 1,000 years, and was quietly pushed off the shelf by an industry that makes far more money selling you something that works just a little less well. Picture a dry lake bed in the Mojave Desert. Temperatures swing from freezing at night to over 100 degrees by midday. The ground is cracked, bleached, and almost completely barren. Beneath that surface, locked inside ancient mineral deposits formed over millions of years, sits one of the most useful cleaning compounds ever discovered. It's called borax. Its chemical name is sodium tetraborate decahydrate, but don't let the name intimidate you. Borax is simply a naturally occurring mineral salt, a compound of boron, sodium, oxygen, and water, and it has been doing what modern detergent pretends to do far longer than modern detergent has existed. The ancient Persians used it over 1,000 years ago to preserve food and purify metals. By the late 1800s, it had crossed into American households as a laundry aid. By the early 20th century, it was standard in military laundries, hospital linen operations, and hotel housekeeping departments that needed to clean enormous volumes of heavily soiled fabric every single day. These weren't casual users experimenting with folk remedies. These were professional operations that needed results, and borax delivered. So what happened? Why did something that worked this well nearly disappear from everyday use? The answer starts with chemistry and ends with profit. To understand why borax works, you need to understand the enemy it's fighting. The number one hidden enemy of clean laundry isn't dirt, it's water. Specifically, hard water. Most tap water contains dissolved minerals, primarily calcium and magnesium, picked up as water moves through rock and soil. When hard water mixes with detergent, those minerals react with the cleaning agents and neutralize them. They don't just reduce cleaning power. They create a byproduct, a chalky, waxy residue called soap scum. That residue doesn't rinse away cleanly. It clings to fabric fibers. It coats the inside of your washing machine drum, your rubber door seal, your hoses. Over time, it becomes the foundation for mold, mildew, and the stubborn, musty smell. That makes people think they need more detergent, when in reality, they need less detergent and one specific mineral that addresses the actual problem. Borax is an alkaline compound. When you dissolve it in water, it raises the pH of the wash water, typically into a range between 8 and 9. At that pH level, two critical things happen simultaneously. First, hard water minerals lose their ability to interfere with your detergent. The calcium and magnesium ions that would normally bind to cleaning agents and deactivate them get neutralized. Your detergent is now free to do its actual job, breaking up oils, lifting particles, and suspending them in water so they can be rinsed away. Second, borax converts some of the surrounding water molecules into hydrogen peroxide, a mild oxidizing agent. Not at concentrations strong enough to bleach fabric in a single wash, but strong enough to break the chemical bonds that hold odor-causing bacteria in place. This is a fundamental difference between borax and most modern laundry boosters. It doesn't mask odor. It doesn't apply a fragrance layer over the smell. It chemically disrupts the source of the odor. The smell doesn't come back an hour after the wash. It's gone because the thing causing it has been broken apart at a molecular level. That distinction is more important than most people realize. Think about what almost every laundry product on the market actually does. It applies fragrance. That's the business model. Add fragrance to the wash so the clothes smell like lavender or ocean breeze, and the customer uses more product next wash. The cycle continues. Borax doesn't play that game. It has essentially no scent of its own. What it offers instead is actual odor elimination, which for the industry is a problem, because a product that actually solves the problem doesn't create repeat need. Now let's talk about what borax actually does to specific laundry problems, because it isn't a single-purpose compound. It operates on multiple levels at once. Start with towels. If your towels have lost their absorbency, if they feel coated, slightly stiff even after drying, or if they carry a musty smell that survives multiple washes, you're looking at detergent buildup. Most people use more detergent than necessary. Modern washing machines, especially high-efficiency front loaders, use significantly less water than older machines. That means there's less water available to rinse out the soap. The residue stays in the fabric. Adding borax to your towel wash strips that build up. It creates an alkaline environment that re-emulsifies the waxy detergent residue and allows it to be flushed out during the rinse cycle. You don't need a special product for this. Half a cup of borax in the drum alongside a reduced amount of detergent is often enough to restore a towel that's been washed 100 times. Sportswear and athletic clothing present a different challenge. Modern performance fabrics are designed to wick moisture away from the body. They're also excellent at trapping oils and bacteria. Regular detergent, particularly in cold water washes, often can't reach those trapped compounds. The clothes smell fine coming out of the dryer. 20 minutes into the next workout, the heat activates the bacteria, and the odor returns. Borax changes the equation. The elevated pH environment loosens the grip those compounds have. The mild oxidizing action attacks the bacteria directly. Cold water becomes significantly more effective, and you don't have to run a hot wash on fabric that's not designed for it. Work clothes, heavy canvas, denim, cotton drill, deal with grease, soil, and biological residue. These need both alkalinity and surfactant action. Borax amplifies the surfactant performance of your detergent. The cleaning agents work harder and go deeper. A laundry dose of borax in a pre-soak before washing heavily soiled work clothes achieves what 2 regular cycles often can't. Military and industrial laundry operations have known this for a century. It's not a secret. It was just quietly made inconvenient to access. Bedding is another area where borax performance becomes obvious fast. Over time, the fabric becomes what laundry professionals call grayed. It loses brightness and carries a faint organic smell. Borax in the wash water strips the accumulated oils, whitens the fibers, and eliminates the bacterial colonies that produce that distinctly human smell. And then there's the machine itself. Front-load washing machines have a design problem. Their horizontal drum orientation and tight door seal create pockets where water sits and doesn't fully drain. Detergent residue accumulates. Warm, dark, perpetually damp conditions create an ideal environment for mold and mildew. If you've ever opened a front loader and been hit by a smell that you'd describe as wet basement, you know exactly what this looks like. Manufacturers will often suggest running a cleaning cycle with a proprietary tablet, typically a product that costs several dollars per use, and contains largely the same sodium carbonate and surfactant chemistry as a cup of borax. Running an empty hot water cycle with half a cup of borax dissolved in the drum attacks that mold and residue directly. It breaks down the biofilm. It clears detergent deposits from hoses and internal surfaces, and because borax itself doesn't leave a residue, it doesn't create new buildup. Doing this monthly costs almost nothing. The machine cleaning tablet industry would prefer you didn't realize that. Using borax correctly requires understanding 2 things: dosage and compatibility. For a standard load of laundry, half a cup of borax added directly to the drum before loading clothes is the baseline. For heavily soiled loads, pre-soaking in borax solution for 30 to 60 minutes before washing significantly improves results. Temperature matters. Borax dissolves better and activates more effectively in warm water. It still works in cold water, but its performance ceiling is lower. If you wash in cold water exclusively, try pre-dissolving the borax in a cup of hot water first. Borax is safe for cotton, linen, synthetics, denim, canvas, and most standard fabrics. It's not suitable for silk or wool. Both are protein-based fibers, and the elevated pH can damage them over time. The dosage does not need to be large. More is not better. Half a cup achieves the goal. A full cup doesn't double the effect. Use less detergent alongside the borax, about half your normal amount. The combination outperforms a full dose of detergent alone. Now let's name what happened to borax in the marketplace, because it didn't disappear by accident. Through the 1980s and 90s, manufacturers built water softeners and fragrance systems directly into their formulations. They marketed these as all-in-one solutions. The message became, you don't need multiple products, you just need ours. Borax was relocated, marginalized, relegated to the bottom shelf. The perception shifted from professional tool to old-fashioned thing. That shift was enormously profitable. You're paying a significant markup for the convenience of having components pre-blended. This is not a conspiracy, it's a business model, and it's one that has cost consumers significant money over decades. There is something quietly fascinating about a compound that forms naturally over millions of years inside dried desert lake beds. Chemistry doesn't care about branding. The alkaline pH works whether the product costs $2 or $20. The next time your towels come out of the wash and still carry that faint wrong smell, the detergent fragrance faded, the underlying bacteria didn't. And somewhere on a shelf sits the pale white powder that's been solving that exact problem since before your great-grandmother was born. The real question isn't whether borax works. History and chemistry already answered that. The real question is why we so easily accepted that it didn't, and what else we've quietly been sold away from without ever noticing.